Western Conference semifinals, Game 3. The San Antonio Spurs come into Game 3 up 2-0 with a relentless desire to thrust them to a third straight victory. The scenery changes to hostile ground as they face off against the Dallas Mavericks. Round 2 of the NBA playoffs continue, coming right up.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we've got Game 3 of the Western Conference semifinals. This one promises to be hard fought. Brian Anderson with you. Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill joining us tonight, along with the fourth member of our team, Allie LaForce. Now the starting group for San Antonio. Castle is out there with Harper. Then it's Victor Wembanyama, and it's Bryant in at the 4. And for Dallas, we've got Pascal Siakam. He's out there with Nikola Jokic. Anthony is out there with Flagg, and it's Bishop in at the 2. Start out with the ball. Here's Harper. Pass to Bryant. Castle on the wing. Here's the prodigy. And he drops it in from the low post.
Making a statement here early, going right to the rack. I love it.
And this is why you get the ball into his hands. Let him establish the pace and rhythm of the game. Taking what the defense gives you, exactly the shot you want, just doesn't go in.
Drives to the hoop.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. To the inside. And Flagg gets it to go on the assist by Siakam.
Well, brought up in an unselfish system, Pascal Siakam takes great pride keeping his teammates involved.
We played just over a minute here in the first. Bryant outside. Pass to the prodigy. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
Boy, just tremendous effort on defense. That's a clear message from him. No easy buckets.
Jokic finds Siakam. Pure from three-point range.
This is a guy with size and range. You cannot let Pascal Siakam get those kinds of looks from deep.
The prodigy can't hit.
Boy, that's a case where he may have been too focused on answering back with his own three.
Pass to Anthony, to the paint. Here's Flagg. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Bang, bang. Doesn't get much simpler than that.
Here's the prodigy. On target from range. The prodigy's got 7 points.
Boy, hard to operate any more efficiently than this guy has this quarter.
To the wing, right side. Jokic passes to Anthony. Oh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Exactly the kind of start you're looking for. They are 4 for 5 out of the gates.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, Jason Kidd had a few moments to share with me. We talked about Victor Wembanyama and what he wants to see from his team defensively, and he said, I want to see us knock them off balance a little bit, be tough, physical. That's how you get to his head, and that's how you frustrate him. Expect to see a lot of defensive aggression against Wembanyama tonight. Back over to you.
Thank you for that, Allie.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. San Antonio. During the playoffs, the NBA leaders in shooting from the floor. Victor Wembanyama, number 1. Now here's Jokic. Porter outside. Harper pulls it in.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. Just missed it.
And Salon gets it to go.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Outside Porter. Pass to Jokic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Again, the miss by Dallas. San Antonio leading. Here's Harper. And the layup is good off the glass.
He's taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And it's Jokic missing.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Pass to Jokic. Porter with it. Now guarded by Bryant. Nice shot by Christie.
A solid read from Porter Jr. When he makes quality passes like this, it helps his team's overall chemistry.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, PA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Here's Flag. Outside Christie. Pass to Jokic. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Spurs out in front. They're up by 5. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports. All right, guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Michael Porter out there with Dylan Brooks. Then there's Max Christie. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Bishop in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Spurs lead by 5. Pass to Sensabaugh. He's off on the layup. And for the Mavericks, they're shooting just 42% so far in the game. Outside for Brooks. Now here's Embiid. Here's Bishop. Still no points. A clear look for Embiid. Drills the elbow jumper.
Yeah, this is what sets Embiid apart from other bigs. That mid-range game is on point.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. just over a minute in. To the middle. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Hey, you can't block it. Sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Dallas shooting their initial free throws of the game here. That's good from Christie. Christie hits them both.
Well, this is what we've come to expect from him, right? Excellence at the foul line.
Spurs lead by 3. And there's the drive. Porter pulls it in. Anthony outside. Back to Porter from behind the arc. Again, the miss by Dallas.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize. Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Pass to Christie from outside the arc. Rebounded by the Spurs. And so far, no one has figured out a way to slow this group down. 6 wins in a row in the postseason and aiming to make it 3-0 here tonight.
They are definitely a talented group, and they are clearly in the driver's seat right now. But that could change here tonight.
Nikola Jokic is checked in for Dallas. Dylan Brooks comes in for Porter Jr. And San Antonio also making a switch. Wembanyama's checked in. Nice shot by Christie.
Well, it's excellent recognition from Cole Anthony, but how about your offense working to get a man that wide open pretty?
Pass to the prodigy. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Shot clock at 6. Fires from way outside. Oh, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. Flags checked in for the Mavericks. And San Antonio with a change here too. Harper, he's checked in for Castle. Dallas has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Brooks, the pass to Jokic. Here's Flag. The 3. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Oh, got a piece of it. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Christie. And looking at these playoffs so far, here are some of the players who have been distributing the ball the best. Number 5 is Nikola Jokic.
I really admire how he seeks out his teammates. His selfless attitude and desire to get his guys going is what makes him such a valuable player.
Now here's Fox. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. From deep, Harper. 5 on the clock. Here's the prodigy.
Boy, if he ever finds his footing, they'll be in even better shape. Right now, his teammates carrying him.
The score now all even. Flag's got his 3rd basket of the night.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
The prodigy. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
You've got to be impressed with Fox's court awareness. He has a feel for when one of his guys is uncovered.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Here's Anthony. Outside Christie. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Down low. Here's Jokic. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
Come on, man. I mean, there was no chance Wemby was going to ever let that reach the rim.
And the ball out of play. The Mavericks will have it. Bryant, he's checked in for San Antonio. Castle comes in for Fox. A minute 15 left in the half. Pass to Bishop. Back to Anthony. And here's Siakam for three. Rebound San Antonio.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Castle outside. Here's the screen by Bryant. And there's another one for the Spurs. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Siakam outside. Pass to Flag. Three-pointer. And Bryant pulls it down. San Antonio leading by 4. Harper passes to Wembanyama. Oh! Wembanyama throws it down.
I'm always worried about Victor's head hitting the rim.
And here's Siakam for three. Siakam cashes in the triple. There's 18 seconds left to play in the half. Here's Harper. Over Anthony. And again, it's San Antonio converting.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Spurs leading by 5. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Game 3 action here at the break. It's a nice lead for the San Antonio Spurs.
This is some retro hoops, pounding the ball inside with intent. Man, I know you love this, big fella.
No need to take a million jumpers. Work with the rock down low. Good things will happen, don't you know?
Ooh, you're rhyming and you didn't even know. A poet.
Looking at the series, and that is going to do it for...
And we're back with you, folks, as this exciting Western Conference semifinal game rolls on. Here's Bishop. Yet to see a basket. And on the floor for Mitch Johnson starting the second half. You've got Wembanyama. Stephon Castle is out there with Harper. And it's the prodigy in at the 3. Small forward. Spurs lead by 5. Here's Wembanyama. And it's in there. Wembanyama's got his second basket on the night.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
And that one's good.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Harper passes to the prodigy. Right wing. Castle outside.
First personal foul. First team foul.
On the wing, Bryant. This one for 3. Jokic grabs the board.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Puts up a 3. San Antonio with a rebound. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now. Mavericks trail by 4. So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Adjustments are a part of every game, in every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
On defense, San Antonio. They lead by 4. Anthony outside. High post, Siakam. Pass to Flag. Fires the 3. Rebound by San Antonio.
Boy, what a frustrating, sluggish start to this half. Brutal.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. The Mavericks have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Jokic against Wembanyama. Here's Flag outside. And Bryant pulls it down.
This certainly isn't how they wanted to start this half. I mean, just 1 for 5 coming out of the break. That is brutal.
And this is who's leading the charge when it comes to rebounding here in the postseason. Victor Wembanyama is second.
His awareness around the rim has really been impressive lately. It's obvious he knows every possession is important in the playoffs.
Mavericks trail by 6. Anthony outside. And here's Siakam for 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Harper. Basket's good. Harper's got 6.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Stolen by Bryant. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Lets it go from the wing. Harper misses. Dallas has gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just start falling. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Flag.
Boy, a turnover like that will have the coach just staring at his shoes, biting his tongue.
Christie's checked in for Anthony. And San Antonio with a change here too. Salon's checked in. San Antonio leading by 8. Pass to Harper. San Antonio moving the ball around. Here's Wembanyama. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way though. Wembanyama's got 4 points this quarter.
Come on. 7+ feet guys like Wemby, they aren't supposed to be that fluid shooting.
Here's Flag outside. It's rebounded by Salon.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Pass to Flag. And here's Jokic, covered by Wembanyama. Wembanyama against Jokic. 6 on the shot clock. Bishop gets the bucket.
Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
And there's the screen. And here's Bryant outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Spurs lead by 11.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Driving in. And the layup is good. Bryant's got his 2nd bucket on the night.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
To the left side wing. Jokic against Wembanyama. Jokic in the post. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. Here's Bryant on the take. Yeah, that one's good. Bryant Bryant's got his third bucket of the night.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Spurs out in front, up by 15. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. They've got Dylan Brooks. Anthony is out there with Max Christie. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Jokic in at the center position, filling out the middle. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Here's the prodigy. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Fox comes to help. Brooks, the pass to Jokic. For three, Anthony. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Brooks against Fox. Uses the glass on the layup. Fox has gotten his first basket of the night.
And they're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Jokic against Wembanyama. Brooks outside. Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Now, that lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Porter from outside. Dallas, no good that time either.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Anthony misses. San Antonio leading by 19. Wembanyama down low, defended by Christie. Wembanyama with a bucket.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Pass to Salah. There's the prodigy. Gets the three to fall.
As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
And that one's good for Brooks.
A throwback wing. Dylan Brooks is very comfortable working down low.
And so it's Mitch Johnson here calling timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Change here. San Antonio leading by 22.
Who's watching him?
Number 10.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Pass to Siakam. Here's Flag outside. Offensive rebound. Siakam gets the bucket. Siakam's got 4 points this quarter.
And that'll wrap up Game 3. Now we'll look ahead towards an important Game 4 for the Spurs.
Their unbelievable shooting was probably the biggest difference tonight, but they also got stops.
Their great effort on both ends. Now, they worked for good shots, and they were stingy defensively as well, but just really impressive.
And with their performance tonight, you have to think this series is all but over.
It's impossible to see it any other way. And I don't think it's going to get past Game 4. If this doesn't end in a sweep, I'll be shocked.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Victor Wembanyama.
Boy, he was really aggressive going after missed shots. That's how you win on the margins and have your team control the pace of a game.
Book it! It goes!
Yeah, and Embiid is smart to keep his options open. No reason he has to complete every play.
And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Counted.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the Prodigy gets it to go.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy to win on the road, but they've controlled the pace on this one.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Inside, here's Oubre, using the glass to lay it in. He takes it in. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. And now that they're up 3-0, winning this whole series is well within their grasp.
You think it's only a matter of time, but the postseason is all about expecting the unexpected. They need to stay focused and finish strong.
Game 4 of the Western Conference semifinals. The San Antonio Spurs have a commanding 3-0 series lead. Is it time for their dreams to be realized? For their thirst to be quenched? Find out tonight as they do battle against the Dallas Mavericks. Round 2 of the NBA playoffs continue. Coming right up.
It's Game 4 of the Western Conference semifinals. This should be a good one, and 2K Sports welcomes you to the NBA playoffs. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Prodigy is up there with Bryant. Then there's Wembanyama. Then it's Stephon Castle. And it's Harper in at the point guard. And for the Mavericks, Siakam is out there with Jokic. Then it's Flag. Then there's Cole Anthony. And it's Bishop in at the shooting guard. And it's the Spurs to start out. Now Harper. Here's the Prodigy. Nice shot from the wing.
And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
And that begins what should be a terrific battle between these teams.
Inside, out to Anthony. Connects from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside Bryant. Down low. Here's the Prodigy. It's in, coming off an assist from Bryant.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
And it's Flag missing.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him.
Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. First quarter, just over a minute played. Anthony with it. He's picked up by Harper. And Flag throws it down.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teams.
Outside Bryant. Nice ball from the by San Antonio. To the middle. And stolen by Clark. Now, here's Bishop. Not a lot of room. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
And he passes to the product. And too much time in the lane. They get called to the 3-second violation. Let's take a look at the players who have pulled down the most rebounds during this postseason. Victor Wembanyama is second.
He's dialed up his rebounding here in the postseason. There's something about the big games that bring out the best in him.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
A bit ago, Jason Kidd and I were able to chat. Wemby came up, and Coach emphasized the importance of taking a charge and digging in where his players can. He said Wemby's counting on you to be movable. If your feet are set, you may alter his course. Don't change yours. If they can stand up to this tall task, they might just curb Wemby's advantage out there. Kevin?
All right, Allie, thanks. Now Harper following the three-point attempt by Jokic. Pass to Siakam. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Spurs trail by 3. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
You can see that coming, right? Wembanyama taking contact, getting the better end of that game.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
First quarter of play, we're He's jumped in for the Mavericks. The Spurs making a switch here. got Michael Porter. Dylan Brooks out there with Jokic. Then there's Max Christie. And it's Cowens in at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Yep, that one goes. The Prodigy's got the lead up to 10 now for the Spurs.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Dallas making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Fox, he's checked in for the Spurs. Now, here's Jokic. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
That is just a deflating error on his part.
A play like that can absolutely take the wind out of your sails. Just a tough break.
Kelly Oubre's checked in for Johnson. Here's the Prodigy. Misses the 3. Mavericks trail by 10. Christie with the bounce pass. For 3. Oubre. Dallas, no good that time either. Here's the Prodigy, covered by Oubre. The Prodigy, no good. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. For Dallas, they have made 2 of the previous 3 free throws in today's game. Checked in for Oubre, and Sanders subbed in for Dylan Brooks. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for the Spurs. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Sanders passes to Jokic. Jokic doing the job inside.
And if Jokic has the position inside, forget it.
He's to the Prodigy. The jump shot. The Prodigy's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
Pass to Flay. Off target from outside. San Antonio leading by 9. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks, guys. Well, the Prodigy in their last time out against the Mavericks just played phenomenal. He contributed 20 points and drilled a few from outside the arc, helping open up the floor. No question he was a catalyst for their Game 3 win. Looking to follow it up with another big performance tonight. Guys?
Great stuff as always, Allie. Thank you. Greg, he was sensational the other night, making play after play after play.
And that's what you want. Not only was the effort there, but how about the production as well?
And it didn't matter whatever the defense threw at him. He made the adjustment.
And Fox gets it to go.
And that quick shot by Fox is something you know he has worked on religiously. Nice finish.
Sanders passes to Jokic. To Sanders. And finished off by Sanders.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Checked in for Castle. And so Fox will bring it up for San Antonio. And you know, you can't help but be impressed with the fashion they've been tearing through these first 2 rounds. They've steamrolled their way to 7 straight wins to start the playoffs.
I mean, a 7-game win streak in the regular season is impressive. But to do it in the postseason against the best teams in the league, that's really incredible. If I had to make a prediction, Kevin, I'd say we might be in the right seats tonight to see another broom come out on the floor.
Dallas shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And good job they're doing at the line this quarter. They'll need to continue converting those free throws.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. They want that intensity to carry over from that victory on Friday.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
A lot of people think you shoot much better at home, but if you really look at the league-wide stats, it's only about 2 to 3 percentage points different on average.
Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the best shooters during the postseason. Victor Wembanyama, number 1. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Pass to Salone, and stolen by Siakam. Anthony against Fox. Here's Bishop. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And finished off by Siakam.
And those are 2 loud points. Siakam flushes it without much effort.
Here's the prodigy. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists in the game.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
Now here's Anthony. Pass the flag. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. A prodigy. The Mavericks pull it in.
Well, coaches really appreciate when guys defend with that kind of effort. Just a fantastic job protecting the rim.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around. Inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Mavericks trail by 9. And a wide open look for Flag. Brings it from beyond the arc. Flags got 7 points.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatically beat if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time.
3-second difference between shot clock and game. Here's the prodigy. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. The prodigy's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Spurs. To the inside. With 2 seconds left. No good that time. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back to the action in just a minute.
Some great postseason action in the first half of play. A healthy lead has been built for the San Antonio Spurs.
Saw how they crashed the glass? That's Dr. O'Neill's School of Rebounding.
I did not know there was a class I'd enroll. Heck, who wouldn't want to take part in that? Looking at the series breakdown for the Mavericks. Guys, if you had to come up with one word to describe their situation in this series, what would it be?
Question for the panel. Is long shot one word or 2?
Yes.
It's not looking good.
Well, I think it's long hyphen shot. So,
let's pretend it's one word.
Well, Cancun, that's the word that they should be thinking about.
Well played, well played. We'll see how they do. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
welcome you back to Game 4 on 2K Sports. It's been quite a game for the Prodigy.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Mavericks trail by 9. On the floor for San Antonio. They got Stephon Castle. Prodigy is out there at Bryant. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Harper in at the 1. And the Spurs with possession. Following the three-point attempt by Pascal Siakam. Wembanyama throws it down.
A huge part of Wembanyama's game, his ability to just devour the glass on both ends.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Wembanyama against Jokic. And here's Anthony for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Anthony's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
And a minute play as the second half gets going. Here's the Prodigy. And good. Got the Ingles that time as it falls. The Prodigy's got 20 points.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
And plays with solid floor recognition. Siakam continues to fine-tune those playmaking skills.
Here's Wembanyama. He's got 12. Pass to Castle. Wembanyama sets the screen for Bryant.
And that's now his 4th turnover. He's just been too careless with the basketball.
Mavericks trail by 8. And here is Anthony. He's got 8. Oh, good with the triple.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
And Bryant gets it to go.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And Anthony's got the ball here for Dallas. Pass to Flag. To the paint. Here's Bishop. And the rejection by Bryant. To the middle. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Mavericks trail by 10. Out to the right wing. Here's Flag. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. San Antonio's gone 5-9 and they put up a 3-point shot tonight. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Pass to Anthony. There's the triple. San Antonio with the rebound. Bryant's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's the Prodigy. Wembanyama passes to the Prodigy. No good off the back of the rim.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Down low. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And those active hands of Wembanyama coming up huge there, leading to an easy one.
Pass to Anthony. To the left side wing. With three, Siakam. The Prodigy with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
For San Antonio, they've shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. That's good from the Prodigy. And the Spurs making a change here. Zawan's checked in. Both free throws good from the Prodigy. 1:36 left in the third. Here's Brooks. Gallus again missing.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the board has been impressive. And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Spurs leading by 22. Jokic is out there with Brooks. Then there's Christie. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Cowens in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Christie with the rebound.
Oh, just a little too cute on that one, and it cost him.
Pass to Jokic. Drills the three-pointer. Jokic has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the man.
The three-point stroke from Jokic, it just looks confident.
And it's Fox with the ball for the Spurs. 22 is their biggest lead. Here's the Prodigy. Drains the 19-footer. The Prodigy's got 26 points.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Pass to Christie. A three ball. A rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seated. If it counts.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Well, you see this all too often. The effort has to be there first.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. To the inside. And finished off by Porter.
Now, he's been reliable tonight, but that's certainly not the case for his team in general.
And so it's Mitch Johnson calling timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. And that one, good. And that's now 30 points for the Prodigy.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Yeah, Anthony taking his time here from past the arc. And Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, he was able to sink a triple back in the first half, but he has yet to connect here after the break.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Pass to Jokic. Here's Flag. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. A prodigy, no good. Mavericks trail by 20. Inside, here's Siakam. Oh, great touch off the pass.
And wiry strong. Siakam just snakes inside and makes a nice play off the contact.
A prodigy shot is good. The prodigy's got 14 points now in the second half.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish.
I think the key here is to be careful about playing it too safely. Just keep doing what you're doing. Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Now Castle. Wembanyama down low. Jokic defending. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Dallas calls timeout. They trail by 18. It's been quite a game for the Prodigy.
Yeah, whatever they're doing against them right now, it's not working. You're going to have to mix things up, maybe be a little less predictable.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Brooks. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter. Rodgers against Embiid. The 11-footer sinks the big jumper.
And guys, just really impressed. They made big plays when it counted, and that's why it's going to be on to the next round for the Spurs.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And tonight's win really a reflection of how dominant they have been all series long. The 4-game sweep.
Yeah, I don't think they expected to pull off such a decisive win, but they had the momentum all series long. Time now. They get to move on.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for the Prodigy.
Well, offensively, he was about as locked in as you can be, and his team continued to find him.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
It is never easy to win on the road, but they rose to the challenge.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Porter pulls it down. And it's Porter with the ball for Dallas. It's an 18-point game. Joel Embiid off target from outside.
Substitution on the court.
San Antonio Spurs have won the series. And with the 4-game sweep, they steamrolled their way through round 2. Now, Greg, they enter the conference finals on the highest of notes.
And to that point, Kevin, I really feel like this team is playing their best basketball of the season. They're going to have some downtime before the next round, but as well as they're playing, probably wish this thing would start tomorrow.
It's time for us to say goodbye. We hope you've enjoyed our second-round coverage of the NBA Western Conference Playoffs. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. See you next time.
This team's Uncut.